I realize that a lot of people don't know what equity or home equity is. So I'm gonna do like a quick ass rundown so you can like at least have an idea. And then once you like get the idea, you can go watch other videos or you can ask people about it. Just ask people that own multiple properties, and 9 times out of 10 they probably did this for them unless they just had money like that. So basically, what equity is, whatever your home is valued at, your home value, minus your total debt or however much you got left, like on your your mortgage, and that's your equity. So basically, if you have a $300,000 home and you've been paying it for some time and you paid it down to 200,000, you have 100K in equity. And what does that mean? Basically, a lot of people, if you like in debt or something, or like you really need the money, you can pull that 100K out and it'd be like kind of like a second mortgage, right? It's just a big ass loan you have, and you pull it out of your house. The one thing that it does, the biggest risk, and why a lot of people are scared to do it, is because if you pull that out and you can't pay it back, you lose your home. And now you're homeless. I mean, you have money, but you're not going to be like a millionaire, and you still got to pay it back, right? But the reason why it's so good also is because you could take that equity, take that 100K, and then go and buy another property and own two properties, right? And then you can move people in, get a tenant, and then have someone, the mortgage on that second house or even your first house, have someone move in, and the mortgage that they're paying, make them pay what that mortgage is. So they're paying for the mortgage. You don't have to pay that first mortgage. Or you got people moving to both and they won't have and you don't have to pay. You have both your tenants paying both the mortgages. And eventually you're gonna eventually own the house. And yes, it kind of can get a little expensive because you're gonna have to, if you want to pull equity out that second house, you will have to put money into the house so the property value can raise. Because like say your house was worth, say that second house was worth 200,000. Out that 100K, you put 50,000 into it, it can go up to like 270. And eventually, if you ever want to do it again, you can pull equity out that second house. But basically, what equity is how people get one property, how that first property helped them get more. Because if you keep going, like as I said, that first loophole that I said, you can just keep doing that over and over, right? And then you can get one big loan. My bad, almost cursed. One big loan by going to a bank or a private dealer or whoever. I would recommend a bank because you're probably not going to be able to get in contact with the real private bankers. But be like, hey, I have these two homes. I have these two or three if you went. I have these 2 or 3 homes. Use that as collateral. Give me like an $800,000 loan. And they'll do it. Because like, oh, 3 houses, if this nigga can't pay, my bad. If this guy can't pay, we get 3 homes, they will do that. But as long as you have a plan and you can maintain it, then you'll be good. And I know it sounds risky, and that's why a lot of people don't do it. Because what if you can't pay back, and then you know what I mean? But it sounds risky. But at the end of the day, that's how the rich get rich. The rich take that risk because they probably already have money and they can take a risk like that. If they lose 500K or however much they lost with those 3 properties, oh, so what, right? I lost 500K. I have 3 million. But for us, we just take it slow instead of like going rushing. Pay it down your house a little bit, and then once you get the second house, pay it down. Like you don't have to rush. But that's all equity is. I understand a lot of people don't know what equity is. So, a little summary, as I said in the beginning, it's just what your total home value is, which is not the same of what you got it for. Your house value can go up. It usually goes up. It doesn't really go down. So, if you bought the house at 130 and say 10 years later the property value went all the way up to a 230, you already have 100K in equity already. You didn't even pay it down or nothing. without paying it down or nothing, you already have 100K in equity. And say you've been living there for a while, and when you only got like 40K left, you have 190,000 in equity. That's a lot of money that you can go spread around. You could get 2 or 3 properties off that 190 alone. But let's not get too advanced. That's like the basic level of equity and how you would flip it to get more properties and stuff like that. But yeah, if you want me to go more in depth about a bunch of this stuff or even more other stuff, more in credit, I uploaded a video about credit that it only got 9 views, 900 views. That would be lit. It only got 9 views, but when I uploaded on TikTok, a bunch of people was like, "Oh, this is actually very informative." So if y'all wanted me to upload more, TikTok videos about credit, just let me know.